Once upon a time, in a small village in a remote part of the country, there lived a wise and respected Buddhist monk named Bhikkhu Jivaka. He was known for his deep knowledge of the Dharma and his ability to guide others on the path of enlightenment. Bhikkhu Jivaka had spent many years traveling across the land, teaching and spreading the teachings of the Buddha. He had encountered various types of people on his journey and had learned valuable lessons from each encounter. One day, as Bhikkhu Jivaka was resting under a large Bodhi tree, a young man named Kavi approached him. Kavi was eager to learn from the monk and sought his guidance on the path to true happiness and contentment. Bhikkhu Jivaka welcomed Kavi with a warm smile and invited him to sit down. He began to share a story, one that would shed light on the 5 types of people one should stop being friends with in order to find true peace and happiness. Once, there was a young man named Sujan who lived in a bustling city. Sujan had many friends, and he enjoyed spending time with them, engaging in various activities. However, as time went on, he started to notice some of his friends were influencing him in negative ways. The first type of person that Sujan realized he needed to distance himself from was the gossiper. His friend would always engage in idle talk, spreading rumors and creating negativity. Sujan found that whenever he spent time with this person, his mind became cluttered with unnecessary and harmful thoughts. So he made a conscious decision to avoid this friend and focus on cultivating positive relationships. The second type of person was the critic. This friend always had something negative to say about others, constantly finding faults and criticizing their actions. Sujan realized that this constant negativity was affecting his own outlook on life. He understood the importance of surrounding himself with people who uplifted and inspired him, rather than dragging him down with constant criticism. The third type of person Sujan chose to distance himself from was the manipulator. This friend had a way of twisting situations to serve their own interests, often at the expense of others. Sujan noticed that whenever he spent time with this person, he would feel drained and used. Recognizing the toxic nature of this friendship, he decided to let go and prioritize his own well-being. The fourth type of person Sujan realized he needed to let go of was the envious. This friend would always compare himself to others, constantly feeling inadequate and resentful of their success. Sujan understood that true happiness comes from appreciating and celebrating the achievements of others. He knew that by surrounding himself with people who supported and encouraged him, he could foster a sense of contentment and gratitude. Finally, Sujan decided to distance himself from the doubter. This friend would always doubt Sujan's abilities and dreams, casting a shadow of uncertainty over his aspirations. Sujan recognized the importance of having friends who believed in him and his potential. He realized that by surrounding himself with positive and supportive individuals, he could nurture his own self-belief and achieve great things. As Bhikkhu Jivaka finished the story, Kavi sat in deep contemplation. He realized the wisdom in the monk's words and understood the importance of choosing friends wisely. He thanked Bhikkhu Jivaka for his guidance and vowed to reflect on the 5 types of people he should stop being friends with in order to find true happiness and fulfillment in his own life. From that day forward, Kavi embarked on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. He carefully evaluated his friendships, seeking to nurture those that brought positivity and inspiration, while gradually distancing himself from those that hindered his progress. Over time, Kavi found himself surrounded by a circle of friends who shared his values and supported his aspirations. Together, they walked the path of righteousness, helping and uplifting one another along the way. And so, the story of Bhikkhu Jivaka and Kavi serves as a reminder to us all. In our own lives, we must be mindful of the types of people we surround ourselves with. By letting go of gossipers, critics, manipulators, the envious and the doubters, we create space for positive influences and cultivate an environment that nurtures our spiritual growth and well-being. May we all find the strength to choose our friends wisely and walk the path of true happiness and enlightenment. As Kevi continued his journey of self-discovery, he became more attuned to the teachings of Bhikkhu Jivaka. He realized that true happiness and contentment come not only from choosing the right friends, but also from cultivating positive qualities within himself. Inspired by the monk's wisdom, Kevi sought to embody the virtues of compassion, kindness, and mindfulness in his daily life. He dedicated himself to practicing meditation and deepening his understanding of the Dharma. Through these practices, Kevi discovered a profound sense of inner peace and clarity. One day, while traveling through a neighboring village, Kevi came across a beggar sitting by the roadside. The beggar was disheveled and appeared downtrodden. Most people passed by without a second glance, but Kevi's compassionate heart urged him to stop and offer assistance. He approached the beggar with a warm smile and asked, "How may I be of help to you?" The beggar looked up with surprise, not accustomed to such kindness. He hesitated for a moment and then said, "I have nothing but the clothes on my back. I am hungry and have no shelter." Kevi nodded and replied, "Fear not, for I will do what I can to help you." He reached into his bag and pulled out some food he had packed for his journey. With a gentle demeanor, he handed the food to the beggar, who gratefully accepted it. Kevi then offered the beggar his cloak to provide some warmth in the chilly weather. The beggar was deeply moved by Kevi's compassion and generosity. He said, "You have shown me kindness when no one else would. Why do you do this?" Kevi smiled and replied, "In the teachings of the Buddha, I have learned that true happiness comes from selflessness and compassion. By helping others in need, I cultivate inner joy and create positive ripples in the world around me." The beggar's eyes filled with tears as he embraced Kevi in gratitude. From that day forward, the beggar vowed to change his ways and seek a life of righteousness. And so the story of Kevi and Bhikkhu Jivaka serves as a timeless reminder that by choosing our friends wisely, cultivating positive qualities within ourselves, and embracing compassion and kindness, we can create a profound impact on our lives and the lives of those around us. May we all strive to be the best versions of ourselves, walking the path of righteousness and spreading love and wisdom wherever we go.